Hi YouTube, how's it going? So as you can see, and as of today, the new 8.1 and onward development preview, number 7 has come out for the 19th of January. And basically, I've seen a couple things online, but I wanted to basically read through this and give you guys my reaction to it as well as my thoughts. Um, I've done videos like this in the past, so I'm going to try and keep this a little bit short. But basically, I'm just going to read through it all, give my thoughts and opinions and whatnot, and we'll see from there. So, version 8.1 onwards, development preview number 7, shop updates and new difficulties. So welcome back, we've got some news for you. After the successful launch of the version 8.0 Tempest update, and some hot fixes after that, it's time to give you a peek into what's next for the game. Any information images are work in progress and may change drastically before release, so let's keep that in mind. So first, progression. First, we'd like to announce that the progression part 1 is version 9.0. Okay, I thought it was actually 8.1. That's what they made it seem like, but I guess it's going to be the next major update, although that does make sense. So yeah, which is version 9.0, which will be the next major update shortly after 8.1. The plan is to have this out as soon as possible and include the new leveling system for players as well as the long-awaited equipment upgrades for your investigations. So nice. We've seen a lot of players' concerns about why we're doing a wipe and what will happen to their current progression, so here are a few quick insights. So first, number 1 is the wipe is needed to make way for the new leveling system, including prestiges, and will fundamentally change how you progress through the game. You'll unlock equipment and upgrades in a specific order, and that needs to work from the start. Sadly, we cannot translate the new system to the current one, so a reset is the only way to go. Makes sense. Money and experience numbers will be adjusted. You will no longer level up every 100 XP. Now each level will require more XP as you progress, which is pretty general compared to other games. And upon reaching the end of level 100, you will unlock the option to prestige and reset your progress with the reward of a new badge and title for your ID card. Yes, I kind of like the new ID cards. I know, like, as of the Christmas update, like, or the holiday update, that was like the only way that like normal people could like, or the general player base could get a new ID card, unless if you were like a mod or pretty much any basically helper developer of the game slash YouTube or content creation. So it's nice that we have that, and it's nice that we're getting more of those. I mean, it was expected, but at least it's nice to know. Your current level will be saved, and in the future, we will give you a unique badge for your player character to show off how far you made it, basically on the reset. These will have different colors and materials depending on how high your level was. This will be the only way to unlock this specific badge, so get going. I'm gonna try to level up. The problem is I don't know what the caps are. I know like a lot of people are actually, I would think like 10k would be like some highest badge. I know there's people even in like the 30,000s, but from what I've seen, like I wouldn't be surprised if like 10k plus was the max badge. So, and to be honest, me as like 2500, I don't think I'm gonna get there, but I guess I'm gonna try. But we'll see how much the progression goes. I do have that difficulty that I could grind, and it depends on when this update comes. But to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna hit 10k plus. So we'll see. I'll probably like go in between level grinding as well as just doing what I want. Level doesn't really matter too much, but it would be nice to get like a really unique and rare badge that like only very few of the population would have. So it would be cool, but it all depends on the information and whatnot. I wish they could release that, but like whatever. It's probably, like I said, a work in progress and whatnot. So new difficulties. 8.1 will provide a much needed custom difficulty values overhaul. The plan is to reduce the maximum reward multiplier from 24 down to 15. Yes, I like this. Which is the Apocalypse challenge requirements will also be reduced to match it as well, making custom games much closer to the awards into our default difficulty counterparts. We can then remove the cap that is currently in place for those games, resulting in much fairer rewards and less, quote, feel bad when not playing the most optimal settings to farm XP or money. Yeah, I definitely like this approach because I think it's a nice in between of like letting players play on harder difficulties and like getting more rewards for it, but at the same time like the XP farming is a bit meh. And I say that after I was about to go do that, but we'll see. I might hold myself to it and just play normally. But yeah, I don't know. When there's like a unique badge on the line that's like a once in a life, that's like a once in a basically like a once opportunity to get, I would basically go for it. But it depends. We'll see. But I think that's nice overall. And with the addition of custom difficulty, we found that a lot of players love harder game modes, true. So it's about time to start thinking about the new official difficulty, Insanity. I literally was messaging people about this. Like, I literally was talking about how this was going to be it. And as you can see, it's pretty much what it is. So, Insanity, I think we could do a little better on the message. Considering Nightmare says, like, for the best of the best, I think they could change it around to be like, this technically now is the best of the best. And I think Nightmare would be more about feeling brave and stuff, because this is kind of like undermining how difficult this actually is. But yeah, we can see it's basically they hide 2 evidences, so it's a 1 evidence run. No cursed possession, ghost room change more often, no setup time, short hunt grace period, long hunt duration and kills increase duration, steady pill restoration, much less sanity, fuse box starts off, and almost no hiding places. I do wish they could kind of give us the settings for what it would be, but I'm gonna load into the game and I'm gonna basically just show you what I think this is probably gonna be. Keep in mind that the screenshot's probably based off of like reduced percentages as well, so it's probably just not like the multiplier I was using the past couple days. I think it's like legit it's gonna be some like probably harder one. And I think I've got an idea as to what it would be, but let me just show you guys anyways. So this is not the difficulty I thought it would be. I thought this would update. But this is my current one I have right now. It's basically just the Nightmare setting, but with 1 evidence and then no cursed possession to make it like an even 6. I'd say if you wanted to recreate this new Insanity one, it's probably going to be judging off the list. The first thing you're going to go is obviously the evidence is going to go to 1, and then the contact's going to, and then on contract it's going to dip down to 0 for cursed possessions, of course. It said much less sanity compared to the original Nightmare setting. So this would be ticked down to probably 20, I would think, because 10 seems like way too much. Plus with that you'd only get to 40 sanity, so I think it's only going to tick down like 1, so it'd go to 20. If there is a 15, I probably would have chose that instead, because then it would be like 65. But I think 20 is pretty good as well. Let's see, what are some other ones? I think all of this basic stuff's going to be the same, pretty much. I think event frequency might tick down to medium or even low. To be honest, it's probably gonna be medium. If Nightmare's higher, it's probably gonna be ticked to medium. That or it might actually just stay higher. Who knows? That's debatable. I'm gonna tick it to medium actually, just to make it harder, I would think. Actually, ghost frequency, I'm probably gonna assume it's higher, because they would want to drain your sanity more, even despite that being different. Favorite room change, that had different text in it, so it's definitely gonna be higher, I think, for the room change. I don't think any ghost stuff's gonna change. Grace period might tick down to like 1 second instead of the 2. Kills extend hunt might go to medium, but I'm gonna just say it's at low. And then as far as contract goes, yeah, this is pretty much going to be the same, I would think. Setup's going to be 0, random wet is just random. All that, low hiding spots. There's no such thing as a lower thing, so it's probably going to stay low. And then sanity monitor, activity monitor is all going to be low. Pretty much just basic nightmare stuff, and then of course your cursed possession. So I would think this is like going to be the insanity difficulty right here, which will be 6.4 on the current version, and which would probably get reduced to 6.0 on the as far as the new version goes. That or it could just be straight up my previous setting. But I think, considering it is a harder difficulty, that some of these values like would get adjusted, especially based off the different wording and stuff. Because you can see if we kind of go back and forth. So nightmare, you see it's 1 evidence. For this it says ghost room will change sometimes, whereas compared to we go back to Steam, we could see that the ghost room will change more often. So that's probably prompting the higher setting. These are all the same. The short hunt grace period, so like these could just stay the same. Like this could just stay at 2 seconds, but considering it's a harder difficulty, it could also be 1 second. But although it might be the same, because otherwise it would say much shorter. Yeah, this is still long hunt duration, so that's not changed. The only difference would be. Sorry, I'm also reading it on my screen. So on the other screen that I have. So yeah, like this is obviously different more often. I would think this probably might be 2 seconds, because otherwise it would say much shorter hunting grace period. This is obviously the same. Or I would think it's the same. That might change to medium, but it doesn't really matter. Sanity pills restore much less. It is also the same as the nightmare one. So it could be 25, but it could also just be 20, just to make the difficulty harder. And then these are all pretty much the same settings. You can't make them harder or easier. So we won't know unless if so yeah, we won't know basically unless if the unless if like newer settings are added specifically for insanity. But otherwise, I would say that 6.4 multiplier is probably the most difficult it could be. That or could just be straight up be the preset that I've been using for the longest time. So who knows? But obviously, hiding 2 evidences is going to make it a lot harder. So let's just get going though. So as you can see, this is 1 step further down the rabbit hole after nightmare, 1 less piece of evidence, and some smaller changes to make it much tougher to narrow down those paranormal entities. So yeah, that's where I also think why it's going to be like some slightly edited stuff to make it harder, just also because from this text. And like I said, how this is probably on like their version, which probably has this update and stuff, where the difficulty was down to 15 cap instead of 24. So there's a good chance that even though currently it says 6.4, that it could be narrowed down to like 6.0, which would make a lot of sense. But it all depends. So next, we're also adding a brand new system to Phasmophobia, a rotational difficulty challenge mode. So each week, a different challenge will be present in this difficulty slot, offering unique custom modes that are handmade by us. You'll be able to play these modes in any location, but if you complete them 3 times in a specific location, you'll earn a large chunk of money and experience. Challenge mode comes at no risk too. Equipment is provided for you for free, and you'll lose nothing if you die. You can also complete each week's challenge solo or in multiplayer, an example of one of the similar challenges. So I think this is amazing, especially because a lot of people and newer players were saying how, and even some players who know how the game works but just didn't have a lot of money. I think this is an amazing way to basically give them money in a sense, but also at the extent of like a challenge and whatnot. So they're not like hand giving it to them, but at the same time they're making it like very obtainable. So I think that's pretty nice. Also, this reward is really cool. Like the 3,000. I think I saw Psycho's video when he talked about it, and he said this was like not that much. But in all honesty, when you look at it, like 3K is basically the whole entire truck. So that's like literally the max amount of items you can bring. And if you do like enough management, like you could definitely bring it all the way down to like 900 or so, which I think is what my single player loadout is, which is basically the default for all the evidence items and then maxed out secondaries. And that's only like 900. That's like sub 1K. So basically giving like a, so yeah, like they're literally hand giving you like 3 free loadouts if you do this. So I would say it's actually very nice. Um, and whatnot. Like 'cause I don't think any more money is like way too. I think giving any more money is too generous. I think this is just good enough. And like I said, they're not really giving it to you. Like they are challenges, so you do have to earn it. But it is also multiplayer, so you can get your friends to help you through them as well. But I think this is a cool idea. It's great for helping people out as to if they don't have a lot of money, but it also is great when it comes to more experienced players or people who play the game a lot, just in general, and it gives them something new to look forward to. And I would expect these challenges to vary in difficulty as well. So, like for example, lights out. I'm sure people have done it many times. You basically just don't use flashlights, probably broken fuse box, I would assume. But then I would also think that there's other challenges that would probably be even harder, and hell, they might even give you more rewards. Some might give you less, some might give you rewards. So even though this one says 3K, there's a good chance that it could be like 6K or just 1,000, and it probably just depends on what the challenges of the week. So it'd be cool to look forward to. But as you can see in this example, we have lights out. So yeah, as you can see in lights out, you have no access to the fuse box and flashlights are not provided. So you'll have to use candles and other equipment as glow sticks if you want to see anything. So that's pretty cool. Some other challenges you can expect range from an official hide and seek game with the ghost or an audio only contract focused on paranormal microphones and sound sensors. Yeah, see, like some of this stuff I think would be easier. Um, or just the hide and seek one would be pretty cool. Hell, it might not even be find the ghost. It could just be survive hunts. That would be pretty cool, especially if it was like hide and seek. But yeah, like for example, this audio only thing, like I could see that giving like 6,000 or more as a contract. Like that would be insane. Because this is basically no items. Like it's basically no evidence. If you're just doing that, like that's insane actually. I hope these unique contracts give you a reason to hop back into the game each week, as well as provide a nice boost to your funds and worries about losing items. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Um, we'll be happy to hear both Insanity and Challenge will be added as of 8.1. So not even the 9.0 update. These will be coming like soon, guys. Like in the next couple weeks, I would say, maybe even a month at most. So definitely something to look forward to. Definitely something I'll be making videos of. I mean, you guys already know I already do the one evidence runs, but I guess I could basically, assuming that my settings would be pretty similar to Insanity, like I could basically, I basically could just start making Insanity content. I mean, anyone could with the customs and just set it to whatever they think it is, but we won't know until it comes out. And of course, that would be really cool as far as challenge mode goes. I'm sure a lot of content creators probably help them when it comes to making the different challenges, so it'd be pretty nice to see. So now we have the shop update. Let's see, we're already like 18 minutes, so and not too much left to go through, so I think I'm doing good on time wise. So for next shop update, the next big thing. So alongside the above additions, the shop will also be getting some much needed improvements. Currently, loadouts are the primary way to get your equipment in the game or into the game, but we can understand that a few reasons are stopping this from being a perfect system. Some players don't like the use of loadouts every time and prefer to add equipment manually. If you want to add or remove a few items quickly, you either have to use the current shop menu, which can take too many clicks, which is basically like the old system, or keep one loadout for quick adjustments. There is also no way to tell what has been added to the lobby and what you may be missing. Yeah, I've had this issue before. I've had times where I forgot to bring crucifixes and didn't even realize that I wasn't on Rio and I couldn't tell. Some of the details were confusing but needed more context. That would be another one. Or that's the last one. So with that information and some in-depth conversations with some users in the official Discord, we've decided to make the following changes. So firstly, the shop/storage page will now function like an online shopping cart. You can add your items to the list with the plus icons and then choose to buy, sell, add, or remove. Once you're done, you can clear your list with the trash icon. This makes adjusting your added loadout or making a quick removal much faster than the current system. Secondly, an icon has been added to each shop item displaying how many have been committed to the lobby and will appear in the truck once you've loaded in. This should reduce the amount of jumping back and forth between the shop. Yeah, because I agree with this because, or I kind of like this. And it was kind of weird how they didn't have it, but like, so yeah, as you can see, it's basically this little change right here with the quantity. My hope is that like they still have loadouts, which is what it looks like. It's still there's gonna be loadouts, so that's pretty cool. Actually, I guess we should just read a little of this because I've seen some of this. So for loadouts, we're also adding an auto add button, which will add your selected loadout to the lobby as soon as you join one. Oh, that's nice. That's so annoying. Like, it was always kind of tedious to have to like jump to the shop and then add it. Like, that's pretty cool how you can now just load and instantly put in items. My only fault with that is that what if you don't want to provide for the truck? So maybe multiplayer, I would say don't do that on, but single player is a definite yes because it would be tedious. This or that or whatever. If you're hosting, you should just do it. I don't know how it would be. I don't mind this, but like it's hard to say. I think for multiplayer, um, it shouldn't be a thing, but for solo, like if you're doing single player, yeah, go ahead, auto add the items for the loadout. This should save even more time when joining different games in solos or multiplayer. If you die or don't have enough items, you will need to rebuy the missing items, makes sense, which can be done with one button press. Otherwise, they won't be auto added. Or they won't be auto added. There's a period there. We're also adjusting a few labels on the screen to help with identifying each number when creating or using the loadout. I think this looks nice. And like I said, as long as the loadout thing, I like the current system of just adding the loadouts because for me, who has more than enough money, it doesn't have to worry about equipment as much, and usually almost just brings the whole cart. I'd say it's pretty. Yeah, as long as that system's fine, that's all That's all it cares about for me. And lastly, we're adding an all equipment loadout that is unlocked for everyone. The third slot. Okay, so we finally know what the third slot is. I thought it was just gonna be like a random slot, but it makes sense that the third slot's just gonna be an all equipment. So now you don't even need to have that one loadout for the whole truck basically. I'm still gonna have mine because I don't like the sound sensors but or like I don't like the sound sensors or like the head cams, but yeah, there you go. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter for me, but I just don't bring them because they're useless, in my opinion. But yeah, nice to know that all equipment is technically now a loadout, so that's pretty cool. So that will stay right there. So then I guess there's no point. I might as well just always use all equipment. But the thing is, like, I don't even know what I would use my second loadout for. I mean, I just do whatever. I guess it doesn't matter for me, but there it is. All equipment is third. So I mean, it makes sense. All right. So now we have question marks. While developing 8.1, we've noticed some strange ruins on the lobby. What could these mean? Are there more? Who knows? So it looks like they had a UV shine on him. So I guess we could go try and find them. I mean, I know Psycho, his video on this, he basically found like a website when it comes to the ruins. I think it's either one of two things. It's either going to be some puzzle that or some riddle that if we solve, we'll figure out something. Or to be honest, when it comes to a ghost hunting game, like, I mean, I've never played other ghost hunting games, but considering like usually I would think of it like zodiac signs, right? Like you know how like every sign has something new. Basically, I think that they're hinting at new ghosts, and considering there's two signs over there in the screen, I'm pretty certain that it's hinting at new ghosts. So from what we've seen, there's only two. Oh, I just realized this is still 8.0, so we're not gonna see it actually. Um, yes, yeah. So we're not gonna see it. Um, but considering that there's only 2 of them visible on the screenshot, my assumption is just that it's gonna be new ghosts. So it'd be pretty cool if we do get 2 new ghosts. I mean, as far as the different, I mean, as you know, like there's some evidences like EMF and Ghost Orb, which there's only 2 ghosts, or I think the other example is like orbs and ghost is sorry, orbs and dots. Wait, no, sorry, dots and ghost writing. Yeah, which are like the 2 like rarest or hardest evidences to get, which is another double of Dio and Thay. So it'd be really cool if we do get like, I don't know, some combination like EMF 5 freezing or fingerprints in there as like another ghost. And then when it comes to like orb and EMF, maybe we get something like ghost writing or what's one that we don't have? You know, like spirit box or freezing temps, like something like that. That would make sense when it comes to those 2 ghosts. Of course, it would make some of these a lot harder. And also this page had to be a little bit bigger. I can't imagine there being like 3 new ghosts. I would think it would be 3 new ghosts actually. It depends on how many signs there are. Maybe they're hiding one from us. If there are 3, then I would assume it's ghosts. If there is 2, then it could be a new ghost. It could be maybe new ghosts as well. Except I don't know how you would format this. It could also just be a new map. We would have to see. Like, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll have to find out when it comes. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, I think I did a good job on the time wise. So yeah, I guess before I go, let me just show you. If anyone wants to try the new insanity difficulty, this is my assumption when it comes to the settings. So just so that you can see for one last time. I'd say it's pretty much nightmare settings, but with a few changes being like the sanity pill restoration. Um, what else? Room change being high, event frequency could be changed and altered. Grace period probably 1 second. Of course, evidence is going to be 1, probably with no changes to the fingerprints. And then as well as for contract, there's going to be no cursed possessions. And that's what I would assume is going to be the insanity challenge. So if you guys want to basically copy that, uh, and I would say start practicing to get ready for the new insanity difficulty, as well as just the rest of the update as well. I know I'm going to be looking forward to it. And without that, or with that, I think that's going to be coming to the end of the video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.